Hey, you clicked on this video, so that means you are ready. You are ready to start the path to the architecture license. But you don't know where to start. A lot of times people don't, they want to start the path to licensure, but they're not sure where to start or how to get signed up for it. Well, you're in luck. On this week's episode of ARE Minority Connect, I'm going to walk you through the steps that you need to take to set up your NCARB profile. We're going to take a look at a few examples of state jurisdiction requirements because each state has different requirements. And then I want to talk about AXP hours because those are very important. So you want to talk about it? Let's go and let's get into it. All right, welcome back to another episode of ARE Minority Connect. All right, so first things first, I need for you guys to like this video. I know you're gonna love it. And then I need for you to subscribe to the channel. Help me grow this channel so I can continue preparing and giving important information out to those who are studying. And share this video. Share this with someone else you know is taking the exams and they can use some encouragement. All right, so we're about to go through it and I'm going to walk you through the steps that you need to take to get registered for NCARB and start your path to licensure. All right, you guys. So like I said, this week, I'm going to be walking you through some of the steps that you need to take so that you can get yourself started for your ARE journey. All right, so first we're on NCARB's website, ncarb.org. And so I want to highlight a few things on their main web page. So there's these tabs up here. The first one is Become an Architect. So this is all the information that you're going to need as you get started with looking at starting your record. How to contact your license board, find your licensed advisor, international applicants, final steps to licensure and upcoming outreach events. But this is where you kind of go to get started with some of those things. Then you have earn a degree. So this is kind of basically talking about like, you can come here and like make sure your program is accredited. They also have the iPal programs. That's all information. This is dealing with educational purposes. Then you have gain AXP experience. So this is a very important tab because this tab right here you can click on and it's going to show you some of the information that you need for AXP experience. I'm going to talk about a little bit more about this in a little bit. So that's it for now. Now past the ARE. So this tab here is we're going to find information on your testing eligibility, what to expect when you're testing with PSI, your score reports, anything dealing with the actual test itself. Then they've got some ARE test prep information here, exam security, and then also pass rates by school. So you can actually click here and maybe find your school and look at the pass rates for your school. Next is the NCARB certificate. So this is actually for once you're actually done with your exams and you are actually NCARB accredited. This is tab more so for that. And then there's data and resources. I'm not going to click that tab, but under there is like a lot of brochures and things, different resources that NCARB offers you. So let's scroll down and I want to highlight these two documents here. The first document is your actual architecture registration exam guidelines. This is everything that you need to know about the exam is here in this document. This is a free download. It is very crucial and very important that you download this document. And then this is your AXP P guidelines, which stands for Architectural Experience Program. This is going to tell you everything about recording your hours. Most important is that if you're just getting started, that you actually start to record your hours. It's very important. If you're not ready for testing, that's okay. At least if you're working in a firm and you're working under a licensed architect, make sure that you are recording those hours. I think in CARB, there's like a 6 month window that you can go back and get full credit. Anything after that, you get half a credit. So say you've been working on your job for a year now and you haven't recorded your hours yet. Well, that if you set everything up, the first 6 months that you've been at that job, you will get full credit for. The other remaining 6 months, you would just get half credit. So I want to bring out those. So those are very good information to start with. So I'm going to show you this. I'm going to scroll up here to start in card record. This is kind of important. You can click it here, or you can also just click the login tab and then go to establish record. And then it brings you here, and this is where you're going to actually, sign up for NCARB. There is there is a fee, and also when you create your account, one of the things NCARB is going to do is verify your education. Make sure that you have come from an accredited program, um, and so all that's kind of explained here. Um, and you can kind of so you can kind of go through that. I can't set one up, of course, because I already have an NCARB account, so I won't be able to set it up. However, you walk through the steps. It's very simple. It's very easy to establish your NCARB record. Let's click here on the fee page so you can kind of see some of the fees. So what you want to pay attention to is if you haven't started, is the NCARB record fees for licensure candidates. Okay, and so this is some of the information for what it takes to do for those who are signed up for their to start taking their exams. So you can look at all the fees here. Um, one important thing is there is an annual fee of $85. So as long as NCARB is keeping your record and you're taking the exams, you will have to pay an $85 annual fee. One good thing to check is with your firm. See if your firm, if you work in a firm, will actually compensate you for your NCARB record. Okay, so that's the most important thing is you want to look at your NCARB fees for licensure candidates. Um, and then down here, this is just what you can expect to pay for the actual exam. So each test is $235. Retakes are $235. There's it used to be a $0 reschedule fee. I think NCARB, they have it here. They changed the policy now. I think there is a fee associated with rescheduling your exam. So another thing I want to show you that is very important when it comes to your NCARB record and being ready for the exams, and that is this tab here. Understand the requirements. So each jurisdiction, and when I say jurisdiction, I mean which each state that someone may live in has different requirements. And so if you click on this tab, it brings you to here, and you can actually start. It's a very interactive tool, and you can kind of click on the different states that have requirements. So, for instance, me, I live in the state of Texas. So if I click on Texas, all the requirements for the state of Texas is highlighted, and so one can come here and look and see the different requirements that Texas has to become a licensed architect. Um, so yeah, I think so. Like Texas, you have to have a professional degree from a NAB accredited program. But if you click over here, say someone is in Colorado, Colorado jurisdiction actually does not require you to have a professional degree from a accredited program. You can actually take the test without it. It actually has this requirement here, which says additional experience can be accepted as an alternative to education. And then you can kind of click and see, like, what does that mean? So yeah, so depending on which jurisdiction you get in, another one to highlight is California. California has additional requirements, and also California is one of those states that actually has an additional exam. So once you complete the ARE and you actually take the and finish your exams, there is a California state exam that you must pass in order to become licensed in the state of California. So yes, take some time and come through here and look at the play around with the different tools. Most important, you want to click on your state to see what is required. But spend some time and kind of look at some of the other states and see what they require to get licensed. Okay, so something else to bring up with when it deals with different states and jurisdictions. Each state, you must have an account with or record with that state. So, for instance, I live in Texas and we have the Texas Board of Architectural Examiners. And so I'll show you their website. Um, and so here you have registries and you have to, you create an account just like you did with NCARB. There are fees associated with it. I think for Texas, I think it's like $25 a year for them to um, hold my record. Because what happens is actually when you get licensed, your state jurisdiction is actually who registers you as a licensed professional. NCARB is just like the administrator over all this, helping the states to keep track of their licensed professionals. So you have to make sure that you have an account with your state and have the records. And you're going to do the same thing. You're going to verify your education and you're going to pay a fee. They too as well. So a lot of times when you take an exam, NCARB reports to your state board and says that, hey, this person has taken the exam. If you pass the exam, they will let them know that you have passed the exam. And everything is verified. And once you complete the actual AREs, then once again, NCARB takes your record and it sends it over to the state, and the state looks it over and verifies and says, okay, this person has met all the requirements and will now get a license from the state of Texas. And then Texas, in turn, when you apply for NCARB certification, will send it back to NCARB and says, hey, this person is a licensed architect and they can qualify for your NCARB certification process. So it's very, very, very important that you spend some time and click on, again, the licensing requirements for your state, and then also finding out who is your state's registration board. Again, like I said, mine's in Texas, and this is who we um, hold our account through. So, in a nutshell, that is it. Again, I say spend some time going through NCARB's website. NCARB has provided a lot of information to help you be successful on the exams. A lot of times, just like for instance here, a lot of times NCARB, anytime there's a change to the exam or test, they will send out the information. You can find it on their website so you can stay up to date with all the current information. So that's it. I'd say good luck and finish your race.